Hi, I'm Maribel Lopez. I'm the founder of Lopez Research and the conference chair at the ET Exchange event. And I'm here with Steve.
Steve Cobb, and I'm with CB Technologies.
Excellent, Steve. So there's been a lot of discussion about digital transformation, and we've seen a lot of organizations, they start in one place, and then as the market evolves, their business has to evolve as well. You started in supply chain. Tell me a little bit about where you were and where you are today and what you think is interesting in the transformation landscape for you and your clients.
Sure, and as we shared off camera a little bit, it's along the lines of give a mouse a cookie story. And anybody in the audience that has young children has read that book will understand it. CB Technology started out tackling a very big, significant challenge that Boeing had with their supply chain. As an HP partner, and we're a platinum partner, we were called upon to stand in the middle, if you will, between Boeing and HP and help them smooth that supply chain, that whole process of ordering equipment and having it configured correctly and then delivered that to them. And through the ensuing years of us solving or addressing those challenges, they came to us with yet another set of problems, and that happened to have to do with their high-performance compute environment. Again, they had a 5-year history there of incompatibility, and they wanted to try to address those challenges. And in so doing there, we again pre-configured, built out their high-performance compute environment, configure it to their specifications, and then deliver that to them for operational performance. We're viewed but some will view us as a smaller, a boutique solutions integrator. I prefer to look at us as a SOC, sort of a strategic operations force, much like a targeted group of people that come in, tackle a specific set of business problems, understand the technology that has to be developed or delivered to facilitate a solution, and then we train them and then we move on. So we're not a traditional staff aug.
But you know, one of the things that you were talking about is we're moving from supply chain, and IoT has actually been a discussion that we've had a lot at the conference as well. They have an IoT 6 conference, but in this we're also discussing IoT. Mm-hmm. And it seems that in your business that has also been something that's come up as a topic for you with companies like Boeing.
Absolutely. Well, not so much with Boeing, but in the area of the utilities and in the downstream business with oil and gas. We were also at the IoT 6 conference back in Austin a few months ago, or a month or so ago. But we evolved our business from that supply chain to the high-performance compute, to the converged architectures that the companies are beginning to want to take advantage of, whether that's moving assets from a computer center to a colo or something such as that. But in that process, they said, you know what, we're having a tremendously difficult time managing our assets. And so it was through that discussion that we said, well, look, most of the technology that you currently utilize has sensors associated with it. And we began to look at asset integrity and asset intelligence. Where are our assets? Where are they located? And then we, no pun intended, refined that down to a subset of solutions targeting the utilities and downstream space for the energy sector.
Makes perfect sense. So given that you're now spanning from supply chain to IoT, I think that's a great part of the digital transformation story, and this is a digital transformation conference. How's it been going so far? What's the ET experience like?
It's been a great experience. This conference was a little broader in its scope, and so we were meeting with clients that are not necessarily, and I would consider them in my sweet spot. That said, and I'd shared this with the conference folks here, is that I'm on a bit of a fishing expedition. We know that there's a definite fit in certain sectors. Oil and gas, upstream, downstream, utilities, and I think in manufacturing. And I'm looking for, and having an opportunity to chat with other organizations has given me an opportunity in my associate time here to say, okay, this looks like we would be a potential fit in this area. We just came out of a session, and one of the gentlemen that we had a conversation with, he said he's in the oil and gas business, but they lease a tremendous amount of their equipment.
Makes sense.
And he said, you know, the leasing companies that are involved in this aspect may be interested in something like this. So that would put us in a financial vertical. So I'm looking for other areas where we might be able to attract attention with this asset integrity platform, and this looks like it could be an area. It's all exploratory at this point, Maribel, but we're looking at it.
Great, so opening up new ideas for both the attendees and for the sponsors.
I think so, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, you're welcome.
Cheers.